Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Narrative Off the Cuff with Elite News and Darryl Blair. History. It says that an ancient sage that we pass many a failure on the road to success. We pass many a failure on the road to success. And so there have been failures and there's been great success, and yet we're successful again. The White House has been consumed with idiocy, stupidity, racism, bigotry, race baiting, and ignorance. Ignorance. It can't be said too many times. And so here we are. Biden, Harris. President Biden, Vice President Harris. Isn't that a beautiful, harmonious statement? Yes, it is. It's been achieved. Now that we've accomplished that goal, now it's time to move the pendulum a little further. It's time that we start exacting on some of those things that were promised to us, or even stated to us, that they would be able to make them manifest. That we will move along a little further in life, economically, socially, and certainly culturally. And then with race. I don't feel that we'll ever get racism out of our society, but we can certainly deal with it in a better light. When you know who somebody is, you respect them and you deal with them as such. Trump Jones. Now, Jerry, where do you run? Trump, where do you run? Let's see them run. Let's see how they start finding a soft spot to fall in. How they try to acquiesce to you now, given the failure, the epic failure of his run for a second term and Jerry Jones supporting him. I'm elated to see the Cowboys lose. Unfortunately, Dak broke his ankle and other players got injured, but I'm glad to see him lose. And anybody who cheers for him and is not holding them accountable with regards to Black Lives Matter and your race, same to you. May you be miserable every Sunday or anytime they hit the field. Jerry's a racist and a bigot. He just covers up with money because he's got players who produces for him. That's his product. Know that. Congratulations. And let me say this. I endorse Will Douglas in 113, but congratulations, Retta Bowers. You convinced those individuals out there in 113 that you were the better candidate. So congratulations to you. I'm man enough to own mine. I want to say congratulations to Jasmine Crockett. Finally. Jasmine, you're going to do a great job. I know you, and you have great, impeccable character. I want to say congratulations to Carl Sherman. Yes, Carl Sherman. I want to say congratulations to you on your victory. Certainly, I want to say congratulations to Judge Eric Moyer for his victory. And I want to say congratulations to Judge Monica Purdy. And if I missed anyone, please charge it to my head and not my heart. Certainly, I want to say congratulations to Kim Brown, Judge Kim Brown. Move on, but let me say this to you while we're talking. To our Dallas electorates, whether you're an elected official or you're a highly appointed individual, you all better find some common ground to sit down, put your egos aside, and put the common good and the greater good of our community and our city. Not just blacks, the city as a whole. Because when you progress, we all progress. That's what you better start thinking about. And to those voters and constituents of those elected officials and appointees, I encourage you to challenge them to come and ask you what it is you need done and then accomplish it. Not a lot of hemming and hawing. It's time to make real progress. That's what we need to do. Our elected officials need to take once a month, come together collectively and see what the greater good is that they can all move it forward. It's tragic. Again, blacks in Dallas ought to be living in paradise. And then on another platform, the Democratic Party is now being challenged and called out on a national level. All of the political pundits have said the same thing. They better start pandering to their base and they better start educating, informing, enlightening their base, and that they can be more in tune more attuned, and more motivated. We shouldn't just be getting out to just vote this once. This ought to be a continuous thing, but vote on issues, not because you're a rubber stamp. Dallas County Democratic Party is a joke. You all better shake this party up with its leadership and those over there who's got those strings, pulling the strings. Start calling them out. Point them out, as the rapper said. I want to let y'all know that your talent can't outrun your character. Give a damn how talented you are, your character's going to always catch up and stand there in front of you. Talent can't outrun character. Duncanville ISD. Richard Shaw, good run. I think it's rather tragic, and I believe that we need to challenge the Duncanville ISD and certainly the Dallas Elections Committee with regards to the residency of your opponent and the legitimacy of your opponent being in that office. There are some investigations going on right now on my behalf, on behalf of the Elite News, and certainly you and I have talked. But I want to say to you out there in the viewing audience, I don't care about you being mad at me. I support who I support, and you don't have to. You know, that's where we agree to disagree. But be encouraged. Your talent can't outrun your character. Your character will always show up and show out. Yes, it will. Now, I want to say to you, be encouraged, be happy, be joyous. We are on a great road. We've got some things behind us. And finally, back to Trump one more time. Isn't it going to be good to see him get a trespassing ticket on the federal level, get trespassing charges if he don't exit that White House? It's time somebody fly up there and start putting a moving committee together for him. Just throw stuff out on the front lawn. Throw it out on the lawn. Secret Service won't help him. You know, he'll just have to get some moving trucks up there if he's going to pay them. So he's got to go. And then that sister up there in the Southern District of New York with the state charges on him, she's got some stilettos, some red bottom stilettos with some cufflinks. I mean, some handcuffs like this. Come see me. I want you to wear this nice piece of jewelry. And so then I want to say thank you to those who have been supportive of this initiative about voting and getting out. We've done it in record numbers, and kudos to you. One last goodbye, farewell to Evangelist Shirley Murray over at Full Gospel Holy Temple. They eulogized her on this weekend, and God is a good God that He gave her a long run. And not only did He give her a long run, but she done something with her dash. She did something with her dash. She's impacted many of people, not just in Dallas, but across this country. Many a ministry has started because of this woman and her husband, Apostle LaVaz Murray. And I want to say thank you. Prayers to the family. Apostle Herman Murray. Now, thank you. Thank you, Al Wash, for this show you got coming up November 21st out there at Lone Star, the drive-in, Lone Star Park, where you're going to drive in and have a wonderful concert with Kirk Whalum and Marion Meadows, and all those are going to load it up, have a wonderful time. Why don't you all get on and buy your tickets and go out there and support this show? It's November 21st. We got 14 days, so you got to go get it, partner. We're going to have a wonderful time. But I want you to be encouraged that God is a good God, no matter how bad your situation is. And because you're here, God's good. I want to say thank you to our sponsors. Citywide, Sherman Roberts over there. Thank you so much. Sherman Roberts that did all these developments around here. Man, you are a great guy. You're a great guy. Thank you so much, Sherman, for your continued support. I want to say thank you. Thank you to Brian Everstein, 1-800 Old School Lawyer, and Herbert and Everstein Law Firm. Thank you for your help and your diligence and your dedication to the Blair Foundation, the Elite News. Thank you, Judge Teresa Hawthorne. You'll see more of her as she'll come around. And there are some things we'll address, but God's good. And then I want to say that God's immensely good because we're at 3155 South Lancaster, Suite 240, right upstairs from Cake Daddy. Come by and see the Elite News. Come by and do business with us. Come by and give us something to put in the paper, something to write about, something to talk about, something to be seen about. Yes. And so with all that being said, you know what I want you to do? Get it on your mind. God bless and God keep is my prayer.